Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. Who is ready for the opening series at Dodger Stadium? I know I am. Let's dive right into it.
Closest ball, left center field. On an 0-1. It's one a ton. Way back. Reyes fires. Swing and a drive. Deep left field.
Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. My name is Alan Ruiz. Please support the channel by subscribing, leaving a like on this video, clicking the notifications bell, and also leaving a comment down below. Opening series at Dodger Stadium is on its way, beginning on Thursday, facing off against the St. Louis Cardinals. As you know, the Dodgers played a 2-game set against the Padres last week in Seoul, South Korea. They split the series 1 win, 1 loss, taking the first game 5-2, and then dropping the second game against the Padres 15-11, a very high scoring game. So, in this video, we'll be looking back on last week's games and using our notes to look forward and preview the upcoming series against the Cardinals. So what is the first note? What is the first thing we can look for in the Cardinals series? Well, the first is a strength that we saw very evidently come across in the Padres series, and that is this lineup. Two of the main standout players from the Seoul series was Mookie Betts. In the span of 2 games, he racked up 6 hits, drew 2 walks, drove in 7 runners, and of course that includes his big dramatic 3-run home run in the second game as the Dodgers were trying to catch up to the Padres. Another standout player was Will Smith, who got 5 hits and drove in 2 runners, 2 RBIs. But besides from the 2 standout players, we also have other guys, such as Jason Hayward, who drove in 2 batters. Gavin Lux had that go-ahead hit / ball goes to the glove error from Jake Cronenworth in that first game, allowing the Dodgers to win, plus he got 2 hits in game 2. So I am so excited to watch this lineup every day, because I have complete confidence that they will have no problem putting up runs day in and day out. This lineup can beat you in so many different ways. Every guy is capable of either going deep or driving in a run on just a base hit. So much talent here in this lineup. There are former MVPs. There are guys who are just good contact hitters, guys who can go the other way and just not do too much with a pitch. This is just such a potent lineup, a scary lineup for opposing pitchers, and I haven't even mentioned Shohei Ohtani yet. He debuted in his Dodger uniform officially in that first game. He got hits in both games of the series. He's looking good going into the Cardinals series. And just up and down, I have complete faith in this lineup. It's going to be an amazing ride. So nothing really concerning going into the Cardinals series. Let's just have fun watching these players do their thing. Something we could put more attention on, however, is the starting pitching rotation. The rotation is officially set, with Tyler Glasnow taking that number 1 spot in the rotation. He'll be starting opening day at Dodger Stadium against Cardinals pitcher Miles Mikolas. So in his first start as a Dodger, that was in Seoul, South Korea, he did okay. 5 innings, only 3 strikeouts, only allowed 2 runs. So he definitely kept the Dodgers in a position to win. He kept it close, and eventually the Dodgers did end up winning against the Padres with that 8th inning comeback. Glasnow's curveball wasn't really landing, and his command was a little bit out of whack, but still, Glasnow showed how valuable he can be to the Dodgers as an ace starting pitcher. He competed, and he really worked those Padres hitters, even with a limited repertoire of pitches. Just on that day, it wasn't working out for him, but he still stayed competitive, and it worked out. The Dodgers ended up winning. I'm thinking it could be a little bit of nerves. We'll see. Definitely something to keep our eye on for the first start against the Cardinals on Thursday, which is when the series begins. But how does Glasnow perform? I have a lot of confidence in him. He has shown and proven to be a strong ace pitcher for whatever team he's on, so I have a lot of faith in him as a pitcher and as a player. we'll see how long he's left in the game because, of course, there is some injury concern, so trying to keep him healthy. Second game will be Zach Thompson going for the Cardinals versus starting pitcher Bobby Miller for the Dodgers. Now, I was expecting Yamamoto to be this second pitcher in the rotation, but it'll be Bobby Miller. He is going into his sophomore season in MLB. He made a very good first impression last year as a rookie. He has a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, then he can drop in that loopy curve with a tight slider. He has a changeup too, just a plethora of pitches that he can turn to. And he made some really very promising steps in his first season, and I can't wait to see him take that into his second season. Besides from Clayton Kershaw, I think Bobby Miller is my favorite pitcher to watch because of how dynamic he is. It's not just the fastball up in the zone, but he can drop in that curveball. He has the changeup. So many things that he can do, and I just have a lot of fun watching him. So far in spring training, he's played in 4 games. He has a 2.77 ERA, 9 strikeouts, and a respectable 1.31 whip. So I'm very confident in him. Can't wait to see what strides he makes this upcoming season. Then we have Yoshinobu Yamamoto taking the mound for the Dodgers versus old friend Lance Lynn. We know how that went down last year in the postseason. Lance Lynn's now with the Cardinals. He'll be facing off against Yamamoto in Game 3 of this series. Yamamoto in the Seoul series went 1 inning only, and that's because he allowed 5 earned runs in that 1 inning. 2 strikeouts though, so 2 of the 3 outs in that first inning came via the strikeout, but at the same time he did allow 5 earned runs to the Padres batters. Understandably, he's coming from a completely other league, from Japan, so there will be an adjustment period. That's expected for every player who comes over from another country, and I think there was some adjustment and maybe just some nerves. There's a lot of anticipation and hype around Yamamoto, especially considering the $300 million plus contract that he signed with the Dodgers. A lot of speculation, sometimes a lot of criticism, and I think maybe that just got to him a little bit. So we'll see how he does in this third game. I'm not concerned about Yamamoto. There's definitely tons of talent there, and I think that we just have to be patient as fans and just wait for him to adjust to the hitters here in Major League Baseball. And once he does, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. So can't wait to see that happen as well. The fourth game will be Steven Matz, a left-hander, going for the Cardinals versus a TBD pitcher for the Dodgers. It could be James Paxton, who is a lefty option out of the rotation, signed via free agency. He was with the Boston Red Sox last year. We haven't seen too much from him this spring training, but I'm sure that the Dodgers can retool him a little bit and bring him back to the status that he had even late last year and some of the years before that as well. Another option for that fourth game for the Dodgers could be Gavin Stone. He debuted last year as a pitcher, and now here he is, opening day roster as the 5th starter in that rotation. Very proud of Gavin Stone. He did struggle last season just with command issues and just not being able to fool batters, but this year he looks hungry, he looks confident. He's hitting corners and edges, as we saw in his start yesterday against the Angels in the last exhibition game at Dodger Stadium. And I'm really excited to watch his changeup and his slider primarily. He's not one of those pitchers like Bobby Miller, for example, who can throw a 101 mile per hour fastball right down the middle and the hitter just swings right through it. He does throw in the mid-90s, possibly 92, 93. But he also mixes in his changeup, which is that's his bread and butter pitch right there, and this tight slider. So he's more of a location and timing type of pitcher who is able to fool batters that way. And I can't wait to see the way that the two, Bobby Miller and Gavin Stone, the way they complement each other and provide different looks out of this rotation. And so I'm very excited for Gavin Stone. Can't wait to see how he progresses as a pitcher and also has his own adjustment period coming up from the minors to the majors as a starting pitcher, a big league pitcher. So a lot of excitement going into this series. It's one of the most anticipated seasons I remember as a Dodger fan in just the past few years. Part of that, I'm sure, is because of Shohei Ohtani and these big additions that they've made in the past offseason. But I I'm certain that these additions they made will pay off. All the money they spent, all the money they've been saving for guys like Ohtani and Yamamoto, it will be well spent. And it may take some waiting on our part, it may take some patience even on the players' side as they adjust. But once this team clicks and they're all in unison and in sync, this is going to be a fun ride. And you know what? It already is. And I'm so happy to be covering it all with you, fellow fans here on this channel. If you would like for me to continue making Dodgers content on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, click notifications bell, and leave a comment down below. Let me know, what are you looking for in this upcoming series against the Cardinals? I'd love to interact with you down in the comment section down below. Thank you everybody for watching. My name is Alan Maurice. Go Dodgers, and I will see you next time on the next episode of All Things Dodgers.